Hello, everyone, and welcome back to The Explainer. We are hitting a massive milestone today, day 38. And honestly, we are tackling one of the most exciting, rapidly evolving fields in tech right now, AI image and video generation. Okay, let's dive into this. If you've been following along, you know we've been building up to this exact moment. Today is all about understanding how machines actually create these incredible visual media pieces right from scratch. It's a fascinating topic, and I am so pumped to guide you through the whole shebang. Here is our roadmap for the session. We'll kick off with an intro to AI generation, unpack the core concepts and architecture, and then explore some real-world industry applications. After that, we'll get our hands dirty with a hands-on mini project and wrap it all up by testing your AI knowledge. We're going straight from high-level theory all the way down to practical job interview prep, so stick with me. Module 1, Intro to AI Generation. Let's get right to those foundational learning objectives. So, what's our main goal here? The primary learning objective today is to truly understand the concepts, the workflow, and the practical uses behind AI-created media. By the end of this explainer, you aren't just going to know what AI images and videos look like. You'll know exactly how they're generated, the nitty-gritty steps involved in their creation, and why they actually matter in a practical, day-to-day context. All right, section 2, core concepts and architecture. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it all comes together behind the scenes. Let's look at how we define these core concepts. We're talking about the foundational ideas that make all this possible. Think about describing a super simple scene, right? Say, a cat sitting on a digital landscape. The core concept here isn't painting, it's translation. The AI literally translates our human language into mathematical coordinates, assembling these incredibly complex pixel arrangements in just seconds. It's kind of like a master sculptor rapidly chipping away at a block of digital noise until your exact prompt is revealed. Pretty wild, right? And this brilliantly illustrates the architecture, which breaks down into a really clear 3-step workflow. Step 1 is the input or prompt. These are your instructions. Step 2 is AI processing. This right here, this is where the magic happens. The models interpret your prompt, calculate a million probabilities, and construct the visual elements layer by layer. And finally, step 3 is output generation, where you get your final rendered image or video. On the surface, it's a streamlined pipeline, but the heavy math happening in step 2 is absolutely incredible. Section 3, real-world industry applications. Let's pivot from the how to the where. This tech is completely transforming major sectors as we speak. Today, we're going to focus on 5 specific industries actively integrating this workflow: education, healthcare, finance, e-commerce, and software development. Let's provide that so what connection, because that's absolutely crucial. In education, AI generates instant visual aids for really complex historical or scientific concepts. Over in healthcare, it creates simulated medical imaging for training, which completely protects patient privacy. Finance is literally turning dense, boring datasets into dynamic video reports. E-commerce generates endless variations of product mockups, saving companies thousands of dollars on expensive photo shoots. And software developers use it to rapidly generate UI prototypes. Every single one of these use cases relies completely on mastering that prompt-to-output pipeline we just talked about. Section 4, hands-on mini project. All right, it is time to roll up your sleeves. Here is exactly how we're going to break down your practical application. First, you'll start with a simple classroom activity, just getting comfortable with the interface of a generative tool, firing off a few basic inputs, and watching the immediate outputs. Next, you're going to build a beginner-friendly project. You'll actually design a specific sequence of prompts to generate a cohesive set of images, or even a short video clip based on a prompt we provide. And finally, step 3 is reviewing those results. You'll analyze your output against your initial prompt to see just how well the AI processed your input. This is what allows you to really refine your workflow. Section 5, testing your AI knowledge. Let's see what you remember. Here is a classic Viva and placement interview question for you. How do you explain the AI generation workflow step by step? Well, think back to the architecture we covered earlier. Got it? It's that clear 3-step pipeline: input and prompting, AI processing, and output generation. Being able to smoothly articulate this is exactly what interviewers want to see from you. Now for a quick recall quiz on real-world applications. What are the primary industries applying this technology today? We just looked at them: education, healthcare, finance, e-commerce, and software. If you compare those sectors with the practical use cases we discussed, you're going to be in fantastic shape for literally any technical discussion.
To keep this awesome momentum going, your assignment is to complete the practice exercise for day 38. This exercise is going to push your prompting skills even further and show you firsthand exactly how the engine interprets complex instructions. Seriously, do not skip the hands-on repetition. That's where the real learning cements itself for sure.
So the crucial point is this. You now have a totally comprehensive understanding of AI media generation. You've got the core concepts down, you can visualize the step-by-step workflows, and you know exactly how this is being applied practically across major global industries. You've even started building your own beginner projects. The tools are officially in your hands. The only question left is, what will you build next? Thanks so much for joining me for day 38 on The Explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.